politics is the interaction between public opinion and the political leadership. You cannot talk about development if the citizenry is not responsive. Politics is preceded by society, whichever way you look at it, logically. Yes, a noticeable feature of a growing system, a growing social system is how sensitive, how adept, how responsive, the risibility level is usually high, when you have different, political systems, having different cycles of operation or prevalence. And, it is the reaction of the citizenry, what they say, their utterances, they tend to actually, showcase not just how responsive they are to the working of systems, but how they actually connect with the basic concept of development. You cannot talk about development if the citizenry is not responsive. Dudley talked about being skeptical. When a people are skeptical, when public opinion is skeptical, that's a high level of development. When he gave that inaugural lecture in April 1975 at University of Ibadan, late B.J. Dudley, skepticism and political virtue. You see the relationship. To be skeptical is to be politically virtuous. Now, there is this consciousness among the Nigerian citizenry that, with the takeoff of the Bola Tinubu administration on May 29th, 2023, the water under the bridge so far, appears to actually, give some kind of a disturbing rhythm or tempo to the bridge. And that if care is not taken, it might kind of, go under. The bridge is comparable to the system, and the water under it, the normal constituent, pressure tendencies that associate with the citizenry. Because one thing about politics is the interaction between public opinion and the political leadership. At times, contentious interaction between social institutions and the political leadership. There's nowhere in the world where the leadership and the citizenry, sometimes they don't find themselves, at a kind of at a critical phase of development. So that has kind of created the feeling among some segments of the Nigerian public opinion that, increase in prices, the commodity price index in Nigeria is getting unruly. Demand behavior is negative because there's no correlation between aggregate demand and aggregate production. All the indicators simply imply that, there is failure. And as such, soldiers coming. Where in January 1966, the Chukwuma Zogu, Emmanuel Ifajuna, Wale Ademuyega, Donatus Okafor, and Humphrey Chukwuka, this strike, and that strike changed the political model that Nigerians were used to. Nigerians started with the parliamentary system in 1959 when the MPC, NCNC, partnership at the expense of AG, and it came to be. But it did not last. 1960, October 1, by January 15, it was all over. You see, the idea of agitation for military intervention, yes, we take it as one of the constituents of the natural reaction to the working of the system. Skepticism, does it actually connect to skepticism that Dudley talked about? It necessarily does not. You will be skeptical when you always monitor government, know where there's a possibility of a disconnect, but not to say another form of government should come to the center. The funny thing about Nigerian political history? If there was no military strike on January 15, that Saturday morning, someone told Nzogu's father, I've seen your son on Daily Times cover page. Well, at the end of the day, the people that actually planned the action could not, take over power. It was a major generosity, but this is the issue. Allow the democratic space to always thrive and prevail systemically and institutionally. That is only when you have development. The basic thing about constitutional democracy is the allowance and latitude, prospect for improvement through representative channels. The legislature, local government system, gubernatorial, all these are strata of representation. And after a while, there may be reason, cause for worry, for friction, but you allow it to mature. not to bring in another polity model. The difference between the authoritarian model, which the military is all about, and the liberal democratic model, which democracy is all about, is that in democracy, you have the power to express yourself. No decrees, no edicts. You simply let your representative know that this my village wants this, and please push it to the parliamentary canvas or level, and it will say true. In a military system, you don't have that kind of luxury. No, you do not have it. Supreme Military Council, Supreme Commander, all the loud, loud proclamations of, authoritarian behavior, they do not help the sense of freedom. The greatest attribute, of the human condition is that prospect for freedom. So let us allow the Bola Tinubu administration, settle May 29, 2023, and today, approaching March, just February is about to exit. It's early. It's early. Who was it? A colleague said, you allow a physical problem, take the normal maturation gestational course before the doctor. That's what the doctor, even the physician, when you come and say I have a problem, okay, how did it actually develop? So social systems, not least the political system, politics is preceded by society, whichever way you look at it logically. So it's subsumed under society. Whatever problems prevail in the political sphere, they come from the systemic, social systemic. So give the Tinubu administration, when they say be patient, one person was saying, okay, patience. What alternatives do you have in place? There's a way you approach something, and at a point you will be so bereft of ideas simply because the vortex, the sheer energy system that preceded the declaration of a particular policy stand kind of had a consuming effect over you. So it affects your performance profile. Over time, you will get over it. Let us watch out. The fuel economy, you need to shake up petroleum infrastructure, you need to shake up the most important thing, production, and all will be well. All we need is just patience, and yes, the unruly price heights and all that, they will come to pass and everything will be overcome. Remember, you have to like, share, comment, and the necessary thing, press the notification button, and at the end of the day, the update will be available, will be to your pleasure. Thank you.